Okay, so SparkOS recently received a brand new update, and today we are going to check it out and we are going to explore every single bit of it, and in the end we will conclude that if it is worth flashing or not. Now, as usual, we will start with the battery backup of this ROM. Now, as you can see here, the battery backup of this ROM has been phenomenal. Like you can see here, the screen on time is about 10 hours and 30 minutes with 101 hours, that is approximately like 5 days or something. And the idle train of this ROM is also really good. Like you can see 0.7% per hour, and I will say the charging speed of this ROM is a bit slow. Like this is the proper charging cycle. So from 11% to 94% it took for around 1 hour and 32 minutes. So I'll say that the charging speed of this ROM is slow, but the battery backup easily makes up for it, so I don't really have a problem with that. Now this ROM comes with the Agisna kernel like the previous version. Let me show you here. It's like it says here. This ROM comes with this Agisna kernel, and due to that the performance has been decent, I'll say, but there are some bugs here and there. In general the performance is decent, but I have noticed that the ROM isn't as smooth as it used to be. Like in the previous version the ROM was much smoother. In this version the ROM has become a bit more stuttery, if I may, and it's not as fluid as it used to be. There are also some sort of quick setting panel lag, and there's that, but I think if you change the kernel it should fix all of the problem this ROM comes with. And I haven't tried it, but you can try it for yourself and tell me if it works for you. Talking about the customization, this ROM has stupendous amount of customizations. If I went through every single customization, it will be like a 50-55 1 hour video. So there's that. You can explore it for yourself, and there are a lot of customization, like a lot. I'm not even kidding. So I can show you all the overviews like this. But I can dive deep into the customization of this ROM. Like there are stupid amount of customizations. Like this is just a tip of the iceberg. Every single section has its own section of customization. Like let me give you an example. In the gesture settings on the top you'll see something like this. So this is basic stuff, right? Then there's double tap to wake up phone and all that. Now if you enter system navigation and you enter into the settings, now look at this. There is a hidden section of customization. No, this is not in the that fireworks section. This is separate set of customization. You can enable full screen gestures and all that. Like this disables, the pill bar is gone. The customization in this ROM is next level. Like now talking about the benchmark results of this ROM, no, this is the score you get, like 531 in single core score, and 1498 in a multi-core test. This is a Geekbench 5 by the way. And in the CPU stress test, CPU throttle to 87%, and you can see the result minimum maximum performance here. Now the account storage is obviously like Google storage, and you can back up unlimited photos and all that stuff. And the device is certified by default, so you don't have to worry about banking apps and all that stuff. And this is the battery. I've already talked about it. Now talking about the performance of this ROM, let me give you a gameplay. Generally the gameplay was good. I didn't have any problems. Usually, even if the ROM was stuttery at times and it wasn't as smooth as predecessor, the gameplay was really good. Like you can see for yourself here. talking about the gameplay, it was decent and there was nothing special to talk about. So there's that. And talking about the camera app, the camera app works fine. Like all the cameras are working. You get MIUI camera, by the way. This is the Leica camera app, so everything just works fine, and the front camera also works fine. I have tried it. Now one of the special features that I was really hoping that it worked out for me was this desktop mode, but it didn't really work out for me, because even if somehow I attached it to my like laptop and turned it on, the display, the quality of the stuff that it puts on my laptop was, the display quality was really bad. Like everything looks so pixelated. I don't know if I am doing something wrong, or it is bugged, or it needs improvement, but that is my experience. So there's that. And then there is also the Dolby Atmos, which I love. Like the ROMs which don't have Dolby Atmos, I don't really use them. The sound quality is really amazing. You must have heard the game audio, and you can judge by that how the quality of the audio is. And one more thing, if you want to improve further, like the battery backup of this ROM is phenomenal, but if you want to improve the battery backup of this ROM even further, then I'll suggest you turn on this setting, Spark System Manager, and you can turn this on. And aggressive idle mode, system boost, you can turn these on. Like when your screen goes off and is in idle mode for a while, it will try to save battery by turning on services like location, data, Wi-Fi and all that, Bluetooth, all everything. It will turn off everything and it will save your battery. So now in the previous version this didn't used to work. Like when you enabled it, it would create a lot of bugs in the system, but in this update everything is fixed, and you can see that it turns on just fine, and there's no lag, no jitter, no stutter whatsoever. But the battery backup increases considerably after enabling this setting. Now in the end I will say that you can try this ROM, and most of the things work really well. Like battery backup of this ROM is phenomenal, but it is not as smooth as some of the other ROM made by the same developer, like Superior OS or Banana OS, or even the previous version of Spark OS. But there are several improvements and many bugs have been fixed, and if you want to solve the problem, you can just flash another kernel, and I think that will solve the problem. Other than that, this ROM has been really good. Like there has been no issues with the stability itself. There were no random reboots or like system crashes or anything like that. There was nothing of the sort. So if you want to try this ROM, if you want to daily drive this ROM, you can definitely do that. It is a thumbs up from me. And on that note, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye now.